Welcome to The Middle Mix, a fun and unfiltered show for those of us in the middle of life. Hey, middies, welcome back to another episode of The Middle Mix. I am your host, Britney, here in the comfort of my living room yet again. There is a truck outside that is servicing something, and it's kind of loud, and I'm hoping that it's not bothersome to you. This is the reality of recording a show in your own living room, but it's convenient, and this is how we get the message out to the people. So thank you so much for being here and for dealing with the service truck outside. The guys look really nice and friendly, so hopefully they leave soon, though. Today's episode, I want to talk to you about zero fucks. The whole topic of zero fucks, not giving a fuck, zero F's given. We've all heard these phrases, right? And if you follow me on social media, you see me use this kind of verbiage a lot. And I want to talk about what it means to me. I want to talk about what it can mean to you and how empowering it is. I want to talk about, how I use it in social media as well. And also like just getting to that point in life, because I feel like as people in the middle of life, we really are all finding that place where we give less fucks about certain things. And hopefully one of those things is judgment from others. That's a huge one that as human beings, especially in our society in America, like we've always dealt with this kind of judgment thing, worrying what are other people going to think? What are they going to say about us? Can I really be myself? Do I need to be polished? Do I need to sugarcoat things? All this stuff, right? We worry about these things. We think about these things and consider these things, most of us, for a lot of our life, right? But you get to the middle of life and a lot of us really start finding ourselves more like really being more in tune with us and feeling good about ourselves, having more confidence, and then also just having some more wisdom and some life experience and knowing when you should give a fuck and when you shouldn't. And I love this topic. I love working it into social media content. In fact, in just a little bit, I'm going to share some negative comments that I have gotten on social media just for funsies, so you can get a little peek behind the curtain of what happens in my world on a regular basis and how I'm able to still not give a fuck. Okay. Now, first of all, we got to clear this up here. Okay. Not giving a fuck doesn't mean I don't care about anything. Okay. I care about a lot of things, and I actually do care about some people's opinions of me. We should, in my opinion, care about someone's opinion of us, someone's thoughts about us, if it's someone that really matters to us and we want to make sure and be our best self for them because we love them and we care. For example, in certain ways, I do care what my kids think of me, right? It's not there's zero fucks. I don't give a fuck what. No, I do. I give a fuck what my kids think of me. And I want to make sure and be my best self as a mom. But also, there are some things you're going to let go of and be like, sorry, that's just your mom. And so I can't really give a fuck about that, right? You just have to have discernment. You have to figure out on a case by case basis how to like work this whole zero fucks thing into your life. And I think that it's really respectable whenever somebody has some people that they do care, right? I do care about the opinions of a very small group of people. Okay. But even those people that we love the most, right? Whether it's parents or it's siblings or it's partners and spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends and kids and best friends and all these things, even those people, though, we still have to have those moments where we go, I can't really let their opinion affect my decision here, right? So it's a very complicated topic. But in general, I would say that there's something about getting to the middle of life and beyond that really, really like flips the switch. And a lot of people say midlife crisis. This has been like a popular term since like my whole life. And I'm 45. But like, I really think of it as a midlife awakening. I feel like you're really waking up to a lot of things, especially if you're a generally like healed person. I sound so young and hip saying healed, by the way. Okay. This is not a term that people used whenever we were younger. People didn't say, you're very healed, you really worked through your trauma. Like, no, I never heard that shit. But now I do. So I understand. If you are a generally healed person, and you are feeling generally good about things, not perfect, just kind of generally, like you're not a total hot fucking mess anymore, right? You really can get to this place of being like, wow, okay, I feel pretty good about myself. Feel pretty good about, the person I am. Why would I care about someone else judging me? And the funny thing is about all this is that so many people are way more worried about their own shit than yours, right? Like you really, really have to remember that everybody is so consumed with themselves. And as to a certain level, we should be, right? We need to worry about our own shit and not always be in other people's fucking business. That's for sure. But I think that we forget that. So when we're on display, so especially something like what I do on social media, right? And you might do something similar, whether it's on social media or something else. And you feel like, oh crap, here I am putting myself out here for all the world to see and for all these people to judge. Maybe you're going up to speak in front of a big group at work or something like that, right? But truthfully, most people are just going to end up being more concerned about their own issues and not yours. And we have to remember that. I feel like we kind of like, it's kind of like a like get over your fucking self kind of thing, right? Like they're actually not thinking about you as much as what you think. Like get over yourself, right? And I mean this with love, like I say it to myself. I'm like, Brittany, what? Why are you starting to obsess over that? Get over yourself. You know these people got other shit to do than to be thinking about you all day. They're not. They're not. They're not. And if they are, it could be a stalker. Which a friendly stalker. I think that remembering that is a big part of it about the giving zero fucks thing, right? But honestly, another really big part of it is feeling good about yourself. And that comes from the whole healed thing and the whole confidence building and so on and so forth. And I personally am so thankful to feel that way. Like I really like me. I really like me. I love me and I like me. And I also can be an asshole to me, but I also really, really love me. So the fact that I'm in that place, and a lot of you probably are as well, really makes it easier to just like have that zero fucks mentality and to go on about your business, whether people are judging you or not. But let me do another little clarification here. When I say giving zero fucks, it's not about like okay, let me tell you what I do give a fuck about. That might be some examples. I do give a fuck about the way that I look. I do give a fuck about my lifestyle, right? I do give a fuck about how I treat myself, like health wise. I mean, nobody's perfect. Like I recently had a Chardonnay extravaganza weekend, okay? But my point is that I actually do give a fuck about like having my shit together, and I know a lot of you are the same way because we've been interacting together for years on social media and we're like kind of one and the same. So we do care about all of that sort of thing, about ourselves, about taking care of ourselves, about having a great life, about going to the nice hotel, about going to the great restaurant, about looking our best and feeling our best and all these things. So it's not like I want to like show up everywhere in a bathrobe and like, slippers and like it's not that kind of zero fucks. It's the zero fucks of like I just cannot be concerned with whether or not other people are judging me for being me. Just can't worry about that shit anymore. Just like literally don't have the fucking space for it. You know what I mean? That's what it means. So we're going to give a fuck about the things that matter. We're going to 100%. We're going to care. We do care. We care. We care about the way that our lives are going, our careers, our personal lives, our all, professional, all the things. But if you don't like the way that my hair looks today, which it looked cuter earlier whenever it was freshly done, what are we gonna do about it? I don't really care if you like it. Like, what do I do? What do I do about that? Right? We can't control that. Or if someone doesn't like the way that I talk, I, I don't know. I mean, people have lots to say on social media for sure. And again, we're gonna get to those comments in a minute. But this whole thing just comes with recognizing that you do love yourself and you do like yourself and that you're proud of yourself. right? And if you don't feel that way, continue your healing journey and do what you got to do to get there. Because I'm telling you what, it feels so fucking good. It feels so fucking good to be in a place like this, right? Another thing that I noticed, and this is probably something that most people wouldn't say out loud, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, is that most people don't have their shit together as much as you assume they do. Most humans aren't better. We have this like weird thing, and I don't know if it's a woman thing, if men do this too. I would love to hear from you guys. I know you're out there. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here in the middle mix. But I want to hear from you because, like, I know for me, for a long time, and I'll slip up every once in a while. There's this assumption that everyone's better. Like there's an assumption that I'm not going to be the best one. There's an assumption that these people have more money than me. There's an assumption that these people's jobs are going better than mine. There's an assumption that these people's kids don't act like assholes. I'm going to assume that, your relationship, your marriage is just better than mine, so on and so forth. And again, I don't do a lot of this anymore because I've really worked on these things and I've gotten better at it. But like, why is that a default? Why do we make these assumptions that other people have it better, do better, know better, are better? Why? Why are we putting ourselves down in this lower place, right? Again, we get better at this when we get into midlife and we're healed and we're feeling very confident. So that's fantastic. But like, why does that happen to us for so fucking long? Why does it take us so goddamn long to fucking figure out how great we are? Because we're fucking great, right? It's a mystery to me. I would love to hear this. I don't know if we're blaming this on the way things have gone up until now. I don't know, but I want to hear from you guys on that. And I want to hear men and women and how everybody looks at these things differently. But I will say that what I've done in my life is I've really tried to observe and learn and soak things in, right, that are around me. And I've learned that people just don't have it better a lot of the time. And people just don't have their shit together as much as what you might assume. And this is not about insulting other people. This is about recognizing that everybody's got some fucked up shit and never assume that they don't. Like the most top notch person that you look up to that has all the things that you might want to have, they got some fucked up shit. Right. And once you start to really realize that and open yourself up, then others will open up and they'll talk about their shit. So you can talk about your shit together and realize, oh shit, we're all in this together. Right. Once you start to really realize that, you're going to realize that you're not as like bad off as what you may have thought you were. You're not losing, quote unquote, losing the way you thought you were. Everybody else is not better and having more. This is a huge part of the whole zero Fs thing because if you are going into situations in life really caring about other people judging you, what they're going to think of you, what they're going to say of you, right? Then that means that you haven't yet realized that they're fucked up too. As soon as you realize that, you're like, well, fuck them. They're fucked up. I mean, love them. You might love them. I'm not trying to say really fuck them, but you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. You're fucked up too. So who you judging, right? I mean, I just had this happen recently in a social media thing, which let's get into these comments. And this will be good examples of like just a fun behind the scenes look at like what happens in my world on social media, but also how I approach, judgment from others. Okay. I don't have it here in my, where's that? There we go. Okay. Just the other day, I had this happen. The reading glasses are still new to me, so please bear with me. But man, that looks really crisp and clean. Whew. I used to be like, have to go here, you know. Um, this one. So I have this video where if you've watched my social media, like a lot of it is meant to be fun and entertaining and silly and relatable and just like bringing us all together and having this safe space where we can all be ourselves and have fun and reminisce over, yesteryear and deal with life now, right? Okay. So thank God for recording that. That was a really good casual description of all the things. But this happened recently on Facebook. Man, you Facebook followers can be Fucking savages in the comments. Let me just go ahead and say that right now. Lynn commented on this video of mine where I was lip syncing something and the message about midlife or whatever. Get a job. First of all, the way that rude comments make me laugh. Like back in the day, not so much. Like I would be like all hurt about it. Now, years later, I will laugh so hard sometimes I cry. And my friend Trevor, I will send him screenshots and we will joke about it together. Anyway, so Lynn says, get a job. And because I guess she thinks my job, like I look at like lip syncing as my job, or I don't know. And I said, I own a marketing agency, babe. You have a job? And she said, yeah, this is awkward for you. I didn't invite you. I don't understand that one. And I said, not awkward at all, babe. Thanks for watching and commenting. Because the truth is that actually helps give that post momentum whenever I get the comments. Like it actually boosts it in the algorithm and there's more activity. And then the platform will show it to more people. So fucking cool. Thank you. You supported my post and you didn't realize it, telling me to get a fucking job. Okay, Lynn, I have a job. I own an entire business that employs people, sends out W-2s and everything. Okay, let me find some more for you. Okay, here's another one that made me laugh really loud. This is another one on Facebook. Facebook people, man. Matt is commenting on, I remember this one because I have a screenshot. So I was dancing to SPM, South Park Mexican. High, so high. Y'all know it. All right, I was dancing to that song and it was a message about, I think it was about like, when you're a respected, you're a 40 plus respected professional, but this is how you act when you get home, or I totally butchered that. Anyway, so he says, wow, what some think are funny. First of all, it's what some think is funny. Matt, let's work on the grammar before we talk shit. Okay. And then I responded, I said, this one, I decided to take a real approach. Okay. This one is more about relatability and fun than comedy. What do you find to be funny? And he writes back, not that. To which I replied with a little laughing reply. And I don't know if he has a good sense of humor. Maybe he laughed along with me, but that shit was fucking funny. When I said, what do you find to be funny? He said, not that. Sometimes maybe I need to be humbled. You know, Matt didn't think that SPM shit was funny. Fuck that. All right. Thanks, Matt. But again, I'm laughing at these things because I feel confident in what I'm doing and who I am. And therefore, it's merely entertainment and boosting the content. This comment is just like a vomit emoji. There's just a vomit. I didn't reply because I was like, that's not really creative enough for me to like deserve a reply. So I just left it alone. But I screenshotted it just for fun. You never know. This one says try too hard. Well, it doesn't say try too hard. It says try row hard. So there's a typo. There's a lot of typos. If you're going to talk shit on the internet, you should really check your grammar and your spelling. But it's basically saying try too hard. Okay. Did I try too hard to make you laugh? Shit. Embarrassing. Is it embarrassing for you or is it supposed to be embarrassing for me? It's not embarrassing for me. Maybe it's embarrassing for you. I don't know. This one says this one says dumb video, great song. Okay, Kathy. Oh, this one's a winner. This one's a real winner. Okay, Elizabeth says this girl does not have the vibe. She ruins it and she looks stupid with her Diet Coke hand. First of all, are we calling my hand a Diet Coke hand? Like, because it says with her Diet Coke hand. So again, is this another typo from a hater? Like, it's supposed to be Diet Coke in hand? Or no? Is that not? I mean, do I have this wrong? Diet Coke hand? I do have Diet Coke hands. They hold Diet Cokes all the time, for sure. But yeah, this girl does not have the vibe. That's the capitals, not. She does not have the vibe. She ruins it. And she looks stupid with her Diet Coke hand. Mm. All right, well, fuck me, Elizabeth. Thanks for the comment. And this one says, This one says, "Why all the faces? Laugh my ass off. It looks like she's in pain." Okay. Also, I like the way that a lot of people talk about me like I'm not there. Like they're talking to each. They're who are they? Who are you talking to? I wonder if they think I'm not going to see it. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't see all of them. Like if a video does really well, it's hard to keep up with all the comments. But if it's not like a huge video, like I see most of them. Okay, and then something like this that could really actually upset somebody. This comment is from a little while back, and it says, "Lose some weight, and you might be interesting to watch." Okay, wait. First of all, it actually didn't bother me. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, so thank you for your concern if you are concerned, but I'm fine. Second of all, the name on the profile is Joy. I don't know if this is really a person named Joy. That's another thing you got to keep in mind. If you are in the social media world, like you don't know if like that's really whose profile that is, right? It says Joy, but is it Joy? Is the person's name Joy? Is the person a lady? We don't know. We don't really actually know. And also, if I recall correctly, Joy's profile has some Jesus stuff on it. What would Jesus do, Joy? Would Jesus call me fat? No. The answer is no. And then what's really, really sweet actually is that like some people will come to my defense in the comments, other viewers, other followers, right? And then like talk shit to that person and tell them to keep scrolling or shut up or whatever. It's really, really nice actually. I feel like we're in this together, to try to keep haters out of our nice little fun, safe space. But you get the idea, right? And this is not just on social media. So if you're not a social media creator, like you're out there in real life with shit happening, like people say rude things, people say things that even if they didn't mean to be rude, that end up being hurtful. Um, you know, this is something that we all have to deal with in different ways. And we really have to keep trying to just adopt that zero F's mentality. We just cannot always consider everyone else's opinions of us. We have to be laser focused and worry about ourselves and being our best selves, right? And know that other people are also fucked up. And a lot of times, if someone's truly talking shit, they are probably dealing with something on their own. They got something going on. They're deflecting. They're expressing an opinion that's really not really actually about you. They really have some other problem, right? And they're taking it out on you. Like it's usually more complicated than just the words that they said or that they wrote, that they typed, and so on. So keep all these things in mind as you're really trying to get more and more into your like zero F's era, and know that like this can be whatever at whatever level you want it to be, and we can still care about and give fucks about having a great life, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our loved ones, being badasses, doing all the cool shit that we do, but we don't have to give a fuck if someone's going to judge us for it. All right, thank you so much for listening and for watching The Middle Mix. I will see you next time.
The Middle Mix is a Fun Love Media production. funlovemedia.com.